Okay, good morning. So today is June 5. I think it's already 8:30 a.m. in the morning here in the Philippines, Manila time. Um, in that, I started with the breakfast, again, banana, and then carbohydrates. This is a Korean hopya, chestnut hopya. And then, of course, Milo every day. Okay, so breakfast, and then I started with the research work. This is a meta discourse analysis research. And so I already started this in my coding, came up with in my first 200 paragraphs. So 200 paragraph into units. No, I already started coding. But then here, I started again. I resumed coding into paragraphs. That's 903. So this is now, I'm working on 913. So 914, 915, 916. So and so on and so forth. So later I'm estimating this will reach until 2000 paragraphs. So there are 15 pieces. There were 5 2013 pieces, 5 2014, 2015. But for 2014, I was only able to recover 4 hard copies. The thing with the meta discourse analysis is that this is a this is hard copy. There is no available soft copy for this. So I'll have to do this a traditional way of coding. So I can't use concordancer here because I have to look into the I have to code this manually. Well, I'm using color coding, but in the research, it's really important to be prudent with the data that we're using. So whoever would ask, whether the panelists or whoever reviewer in the journal would ask, do you have the hard copies? Can't you send us an example? So here, this is an example. So at times, if you'd ask me, what's more important in the research? Is it going for quantity or it's the quality? Times we would want to have as much as research as we want to for promotion and all, but then times we have to think whether what we're doing is still honest and if we still have the integrity to present the data to the ones concerned. So listen, in the research, the data is really important. So there is no way of fabricating data in research. You may have several research publications, but then if the data is dubious, questionable, so what is the use of the number? The number or the numbers in publication. So for me, slowly, meta discourse analysis is a this is actually the forte of my colleague in the Far Eastern University. So once he asked me, Nel, can you do analysis on meta discourse? I said no problem. So the thing with me is that I can do qualitative research, I can do quantitative research. So whatever is the need for the university, but I'm willing to do it. But I'm really a psycholinguist. But if given the chance to do qualitative research like this one, meta discourse analysis, and let's go for it. What I like in here is that you will have to also be keen whenever you write your own paper. You'll have to be keen of the meta discourse, no, that you're using. So, according to Highland and Che's model, there are, well, interactive resources and interactional resources. Transitions, frame markers, endomorphic markers, evidentials, code glosses. Then interactional resources, hedges, boosters, attitude markers, engagement markers, self-mentions. I'll give you an example for interactive resources. So, example, transitions in addition, or this one, evidentials would be common to students, no? According to always referring to the source, code glosses, namely, seldom do I see students in my 200 uh, paragraph unit, seldom do I see students use attitude markers like I agree, I disagree, unfortunately, or self-mentions, no? I, we. So perhaps the mentors are actually discouraging their mentees to use self-mentions, right? But then, don't you know that self-mentions can be a form of interactional resources? So I do not intend to analyze propositional content. I'm looking into this meta discourse features to see how students present their ideas, how students interact with the readers, how students uh, present ideas interactively in the text. So that is the purpose of the study. So I am planning to finish this this month. No? Uh, this data, no? I have here 15 pieces. I reproduce this. I photocopied this out of my own resources. Out of my own resources. Although there's a research grant, but you need to sacrifice so that the analysis can go on, even if it's slowly, but you're going on with the analysis. So the plan really is to finish this this month and then hopefully set this for publication on July. Then we will see what would be the outcome of the the review for publication. So again, we will always have to start the day right. Later, by the way, today is a first day of school in FEU. First day of school for summer class. So my class, I'm excited to meet my undergrad class. That's business com, and uh, that's three o'clock, three to five undergrad. That's business com, and then the graduate school that's 6 to 9. I'm not sure if it's MA or PhD, but it is for the 6 to 9 class. The course description is ma- management of literature and language programs. So I'm always excited to meet my class during the first meeting because I don't know what it is during the first meeting. You see them excited, some of them are anxious, and of course I would really want to learn something about my students during the first meeting. I always do. Every first meeting, I learned something from my students. So let us not take our students as burden, but let us take them as blessing. I always treat the classroom as I always treat my classroom as a therapy for me, no, rather than stress. So let's welcome all the blessings that we receive each day. So uh, we live our life on a daily basis, one day at a time, and then let's just enjoy the now, the moment with our students. So let us not be anxious whether you can still do it or not. You just have to go on, right? And let's just pray and hope for the best that everything uh, will fall into its place, right? So, uh, laundry. So I don't have time since I started vlogging. I don't have time to wash my clothes. So laundry time for teachers, we have to take care of household chores. And then later, if still have the time, I'll buy floor wax for my cleaning of my room. So I need to clean the room so that we'll start the day of the week, first day of the week, uh, fresh and energetic, optimistic about things. So that's it. So if you have any questions or any comments, any any comments at all, no, that you would want to offer, suggestions, just please just comment directly in this link. So there is a comment section. Just you can ask questions, you can interact with me. No need to email me because some are actually sending their emails, maybe checking whether I really exist. Though. So do not forget to always log into Apply Linguistics 101 dot blogspot.com for this blog, and please follow my vlogs. All right, so And of course, just follow me. The blog is all over my Facebook. So if you want to go to the blog, just tune in to my, visit me. Uh, Facebook, arnold.madraso.5.com at facebook.com. Right? So, thank you very much for your time listening. Thank you for clicking this link and then listening to me. I know you're spending for this, right? So, every time you click this link, you spend your data. So, I hope you're learning something from me. If you have any concerns about research, about writing, reading, the teaching of reading, writing, or more so doing research, just feel free to comment. Just comment here, then I would be gladly replying to you uh, immediately. So thank you very much for your time. Uh, have a nice day. Bye. See you later.